Hey everybody, it's Jim here, and today is the 4th of July, so I wanted to make a video that was on the patriotic side of things. I'm going to be talking about the best American guitar that I have ever owned, and it's in one of these cases right here. Which one do you really think it is? I'm not going to make you wait too long. Yeah, it's the Gibson. Let me put this one aside for a second. We'll get to it later. Now, if you followed this YouTube channel for a while, 2 years ago, exactly to the day, I did a demo of a Gibson guitar that I was absolutely blown away with, and it was this guitar's cousin, although this one is a little bit more uncommon than that. It's a 2016 Gibson ES Les Paul. Now, I hate to be the one that spoils the party, especially on a national holiday. However, this is not going to be the typical review, demonstration, put it on the bench, inspect all the fine parts kind of video that we normally do with a new guitar. Instead, we're just going to start right off with some sound samples that I did already film with this guitar, some through the Vox AC15 and the pedals, and others through the Friedman Pink Taco version 2. So what is it about this guitar that I find so remarkable that I would confidently say that this is the best American-made instrument that I have ever owned? This is going to sound crazy, but do you know what kind of guitar this reminds me of the most when I'm playing it? a Telecaster. The reason I say that, the common trope with a Telecaster is there's nowhere to hide on it. It's going to really amplify either your good or your bad performances. Because this guitar is hollowed out on the inside, I find it to be very similar when plugged in. It's such an articulate guitar. It's got so much note definition to it. It sounds amazing when you nail it. And when you don't, the guitar lets you know. But different from a lot of the vintage style Telecasters that I prefer, this has the modern feel to it. As far as the flatter radius, the frets are a little bit bigger. This guitar plays so well. It's got an incredible neck carve on it. It's a rounded C around 0.85 at the first fret, 0.98 at the 12th fret. It is almost exactly as how I would draw it up if I was given the opportunity to do so on a piece of paper and say, here, go build me this guitar. Not to mention the fact that this thing is light as a feather. It's under 6.5 pounds, but it maintains the full aesthetic of a regular Gibson Les Paul outside of a few little details. To show you real quick if you're curious. One way you can tell one of these guitars, if you were lucky enough to find one, because there wasn't many of these made, there's a little triangle here where my finger is, that is not on a regular Gibson Les Paul, and it's raised up because of the center block inside of the guitar. And another thing that's interesting about this guitar, it doesn't have nibs. Every single Gibson Les Paul standard and up has nibs on it, except for this guy. I don't know why they chose not to do it. I don't really mind it, but it's just a small detail you'll notice if you ever see one of these out in the wild. Finally, you do have your Memphis logo on the truss rod cover, but the rest of it just screams Gibson Les Paul. But before I get going, I just want to leave you with some food for thought that has nothing to do with this instrument and everything to do with the instrument that was in the other case from the beginning of the video. Now, if push ever came to shove and I was to pick between that Gibson and this guitar, it's not even a discussion in my book. It'd be this Jazzmaster. This is my favorite American guitar ever made. I know to some of you, that's going to sound kind of crazy. But despite the fact that the Jazzmaster is not my favorite guitar model anymore, and I don't nearly play this thing as much as I once did, what's really important with an instrument is not how great it sounds. It's not how beautiful it looks. It's what you do with it, the memories that you make with it, the people that you meet, all of the things that are intangible that you can't buy. And I've done so much more with this guitar than I ever could have dreamed of when I bought it. And it led me down the path that I'm on today. And that does sound crazy, and that may sound crazy if you don't know my backstory. Won't dive too deep into it for this video, but this is the guitar that really connected me with my wife to begin with. So this is my favorite American guitar of all time. However, at the end of the day here, all I could ever hope for is that in 10 years' time, I'll have half of the amount of stories, memories, songs written, songs performed with on that guitar as I do now with this one. Because this guitar is a part of my life, and as silly as this sounds, it's part of this family, damn it! I hope you have a great holiday. I hope you have a great day. If you're not American, you just watch these videos. I appreciate every single one of you guys. I just wanted to leave you with this food for thought because at the end of the day, again, it doesn't matter what kind of guitar you play, what style of music you play. It's about playing the music, making memories, making connections, and all that fun stuff because that's what it's all about. Thanks, you guys. I'll see you on the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. and enjoy the rest of your day. Take it easy.